Alright, good morning. We got up here last night. You just seen the little clip of the load there. We got one stop in Connecticut, Southington, Connecticut, over there by the TA. It's only like 5 bundles off the back, so I'll have to pull the tarp back forward a little bit. They can rip those 5 bundles off, and then while I'm at them, I'm gonna try to get them to push the couple bundles over, just to kind of help balance it out, mostly for the strapping. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna try to be there at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. We're doing pretty good on this load, a little over $3,500. Which is, the loaded rate is helping out with the empty rate, or the rate is making out pretty good to help me out with my all miles rate. My calculation yesterday was like 1,700 miles all together, and with my deadhead, which I didn't actually count on going home, so that's gonna throw it off a little bit. I had a 437 mile deadhead yesterday, which I went over in the last video. They canceled the one load that I had to get me closer to Albany. I wasn't expecting to try to get a load out of here until tomorrow, but I ate that deadhead, and it's still gonna come out to be over $2 a mile. We'll know for definite once we get down there to the delivery, but
turn at the first right.
My quick calculation put me at like 208 a mile for all miles. So back roads we go over to Connecticut. Alright, good morning. Shut down a little early last night at the Loves in Canton, New York, right there on the Mass border, or right next to the Massachusetts border. Got up a little early this morning, 4:30. Got things going. Got out of there by I think it was like 5:15. A little later than I planned on. I planned on being down here about 6, and I'm going to be down here about 10 after 7, so couldn't get to sleep last night. It is what it is. We're on I-84 in Connecticut now.
Winding road ahead.
We got a winding road ahead. So yeah, 13 miles out. Make our quick stop. We got 4 or 5 bundles. I think it was 5 bundles coming off at this stop, and then on our way down to Georgia. I think we're like 975 miles from there is what we got to do to get down to Georgia.
In 3 miles, keep left onto I-84.
I think I might be a little bit more than that, because I don't think. Yeah, it's going down 84 to 684 over the Tappan Zee Bridge. Yeah, we're gonna take the other way. It's about 30 miles longer, but if you hit Allentown at the wrong time, then you could lose that 30 minutes in traffic alone. So, well, I guess we'll get this out of the way since I forgot to do something earlier. Just been an early morning, I guess. We got to the delivery in Connecticut, and everything went pretty good. It was an unusual one for me. I pulled around the building, pulled in the building, came up to the spot where they wanted me, peeled back the tarp. They took off the 5 bundles, and they pushed the I think it was like 6 or so bundles, 7 bundles that was left up there. He pushed them over to the center. I tightened back up and I put the tarp back on and I left. Went pretty good. One thing I do want to point out was the shock cord was really nice in this scenario. I had 3 bungees in the back there on both sides, or 4 bungees. I had 4 bungees on both sides in the back. I dropped that down to 2 bungees when I put it back on. But on the peeling it forward portion of it, this car tailing right on me. I went right to the front of that stack and I pulled the S-hooks off going back from that point. And then the very end of the shock cord, I just disconnected that. I left everything all threaded through, and I just peeled it up, peeled it back, reconnected the end, and then threw the S-hooks on, and I was done within minutes. I got in there, untarped, unstrapped, unloaded, restrapped, retarped, and out of there in 30 minutes. Normally messing with the normal bungees and stuff, it would usually take a little bit longer than that. Plus, when you pull down on a bungee, you end up pulling the tarp because you put too much strength on it. And where when you're using that shock cord, you're just pulling the string down and hooking it, and you are putting tension on the tarp, but you're not putting nearly as much tension as you normally would with one bungee. You're more so putting tension on the shock cord as you're pulling it through. So that's just another aspect that makes me like it more. Anyway, that left us with like 900 something miles. I said what it was this morning. I'm down to 809 now. We're in Pennsylvania, Music, just outside of Scranton, just south of Scranton. And like I said, we got another 809 miles to go, so I'm gonna get as much as I can done, as much as I can do today done. Right now I have an ETA of 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. I have my ETA set to be increased more, so that's definitely off by what I can actually do. So basically I'm just going to run out the day. I'm going to see where we're at tomorrow. If I get to the point where I could be down there like noon tomorrow, I'm going to call the guy up tomorrow and see if I can get it off tomorrow. Alright, I just made a quick stop here in Shippensburg, PA. Had the pleasure of meeting up with one of the subscribers here at the Rudders. That was actually pretty cool.
Turn into
We
First
got 3 hours and 24 minutes left to drive. This witch still won't shut up. And I think we're going to stop down there. It's going to end up being a little shy for what we can do for the day, but it's our best option. It's 187 miles from here, so right around 3 hours. So we're going to stop like half an hour shy of what we can actually do. Maybe a little bit more than that. That's about an average of 60 miles an hour. 62.3 miles an hour. So we should be able to do a little bit better than that. Anyway, we're going to stop there and big petro. I can't think of it. Ruther. No, it's not Ruther Glen. That's on 95. Roanoke. Not Roanoke. Now I'm just spewing names off the top of my head. White's Travel Plaza. Rafine. At least I had the R right. I got to the location on the GPS and it clicked. Anyway, I'm gonna camp down there for the night and check out that restaurant.
I-81 toward I-81 South.
Check out that restaurant I've been wanting to try out. I guess they put it in after they took out took the restaurant out of the store there and made the big chrome shop, if you will, I guess. Anyway, until then. Well, it's been a little bit. I'm down to an hour and 47 minutes left to drive. We ran into a closure on I-81. I guess there's a big multi-car accident. And I'm still 153 miles away, so gonna have to come up with a new plan, and that definitely screwed me over for delivering tomorrow. So I guess in some benefit of it, I get to sleep in tomorrow. But this is what the accident's looking like. So I got off way up here. It wasn't all red there before. I got off somewhere here. There's a Love's exit up there off of 81 at the top of Hagerstown. That's where we're at, Hagerstown, Maryland. So I only got like 30 miles down the road and everything came to a standstill. But it didn't just say that, caution for an accident or something like that. It said the highway is closed beyond exit 5. So I think it's like exit 8 or exit 7 or something like that I got off of. I've just been working my way down 11, and so has a lot of people. And then well, maybe I should have went this way, and that's all red over there too. So everybody's trying to, work their way around it. Can't stay at that Virginia one. I refuse to stay at that Virginia. The Flying J at the top of Virginia, exit 369 or something like that. I refuse to stay there. The parking there is so horrible. Everything's way too tight, and I'd be surprised if there's not a hood missing every day. Might be able to make it down to 251. Let's see. Exit 251. Oh, we got exit 8 in West Virginia. That's only 8 miles away. It's still like exit 323 in Virginia. There's a Pilot at 291 and a Love's at 291. I think I'm gonna try to stop there. That's Tom something. Tom's Brook, Virginia. So I think I'm gonna try to stop there. And then there's another Pilot at 251. Also got the Harrisonburg Travel Center, which is an old mom and pop place. I believe it's right there in that college town. Yeah, Harrisonburg. Pretty sure that's that big college town. You can usually always find a parking spot in there.
In half a mile, turn left onto I-81 toward Roanoke.
But I'll get back and let you know. Alright, so we stayed in Tom's Brook last night, exit 291 off of 81. I could have gone a little further, but this was my first option, so I could take a shower this morning, and I got lucky. I mean, I got in here pretty early. It was like 5 o'clock last night. Nope, it was just after 6. 6:09. And there was quite a bit of spots in here, but it filled up really quick. I'd say within an hour, all these spots were taken up. And, but it was nice because I basically had my choosing. I took a blind side back. I'd rather do the blind sides when I can, so that it's easier for the guys that are coming in later, where they're going to get into more tighter spots, especially in a lot like this. This is what the lot looks like. I'm pulled up quite a bit right now, but this is where we're at. I only pulled up so that I could zoom in here a little bit. I could walk around the back of the trailer. I actually had my trailer up in that grass there. You can kind of see a little bit better on this side. This is the side that was actually in the grass. So I just pulled up so that that tire would be able to walk. This way I didn't have to walk through the grass and get my shoes all wet and whatnot. I'm not wearing my boots right now. I just got a pair of cheap Walmart shoes. Cheap pair of slide-on, slip-on shoes. Perfect for walking around the truck stop and whatnot. So yeah, that's it. We got 557 miles, and we'll get that banged out today. We'll be down there about 7 o'clock tonight. About 7:30. I wish I should have been able to leave sooner, but I had to get that tire done. I started doing my pre-check 45 minutes ago. Is what it is. So we're gonna get out of here now, and yeah. Alright, good morning. It's 20 after 5 in the morning. We stayed here in Piedmont, South Carolina last night. I really didn't want to. I wanted to keep going, but I came to the dilemma of should I keep going? Because at that point it was clicking on the wrong buttons here. It was just after 5 o'clock, and I still got 2 hours to get to my delivery. And by the time I got down there at 7 o'clock, there wasn't going to be anywhere to park. Especially this being that close to Atlanta. There wasn't going to be anywhere to park, so I didn't want to take that chance. So we're gonna hurry up and get down there. We'll be down there about 7:30, about a half an hour before our appointment there. I can get these tarps ripped off and get unloaded. So, hit the road. Ended up parking in a bobtail parking spot. There's already heavy trucks on both sides of where I was backing in. By the time I started backing in, I realized the lines were set up for bobtail, and I just said, well, I'm just gonna stay here then. Anyway, see you down there. All right, we're at our delivery now. I already got the truck in the door, and I just pulled everything off and putting it together, hoping that they'll get started on me pretty soon. We got the tarps off, we got the padding tarps off, all the straps are laying on the ground, rolling them up by hand today. Some bungees laying down, and my shock cord's pretty much rolled up, except for one. I just got to tie 3 of them. So it's 7:49 now. Hopefully it'll get started on me pretty quickly. But I don't have high hopes. Anyway. Alright, it's almost quarter after now. He's working on getting everything off, but what he just pulled off was 2 bundles. So far I got my shock cord there. I got the bungees from this side here. I got all my straps down at the end so that I can put them in the trailer. More bungees on this side, and then all the tarps I'm throwing them on the deck today. Because when I get over to Gerdau, which is our next pickup, we're going to be using the tarps again anyway, so I'm going to throw them on the deck along with my padding tarps there. Edge protecting tarps, whatever you want to call them. I think I'm going to do a special order for another tarp too, about the same size, maybe a little bit different as the smoke tarp, but I want one with the D-rings. So when I do something like that last load, I can use that small tarp to cover up the back, but I can actually work the tarp as if I was working a full size steel tarp. Sweating like a pig. I'd say if we can get out of here in 15 minutes, we can definitely make it on time, but we're supposed to be at Gerdau at 10 o'clock. I don't see him getting it done in 15 minutes. I think he just barely cleared the back. Let's see what happens. Alright, so I had everything put away before we even pulled out. We literally just pulled out. I'd already strapped them down, picked everything up. The only thing I had left to do is get my glove on, put these straps away, throw them in here real quick, and we'll get out of here. And I got a little bit bored, so I spent a little time restacking the wood pile. There was also a big huge piece of plastic that was in here, and then there was a huge piece of plastic underneath that bush. Bottom line, I just got bored, and it was irritating my OCD, if you will. So I picked it all up, straightened up all those boards, pushed all the boards to one side, took out all the little tiny pieces, put them in that little bin, pushed them all back to the other side, did it again, and then leveled it all out. One way to kill the last hour and a half that I've been sitting here. We're at 2 hours and 22 minutes altogether. But a good 45 minutes of that was taking everything off, wrapping everything up, getting mostly everything put away. So anyway, that's it for this one. On to the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe, and we'll see you in the next one.